Well, we're getting the lobby set up and everything good to go. As you can see on your screen, we're doing our own little summer shuffle, just rotating around on your screen. The round table spins itself, believe it or not. And then the card shuffle, we've had a lot of card shuffling. You know, I have to say, this has been, and I won't go too far into this because we'll do that end of show too, but I have really enjoyed this event. The wheel and deal portion of this event was a blast to watch and cast and be a part of. And the main event has delivered. I feel like every Rocket League tournament this summer has just delivered quality Rocket League. These players are playing the best that I have ever seen them. It's the highest quality that I have seen. Shogun, I remember way back in season 3 at the after party, I remember you and I were having a discussion about how we felt the grand final felt like a perfect game of Rocket League where nobody was making a mistake and everybody was rotating perfectly. But the game is so different now with how creative teams have had to get and how mechanically consistent and ridiculous players have gotten. How much farther? How much farther can we go mechanically in this game? Do we just keep saying that the ceiling is limitless? Or what? I don't know. I don't know, guys. I'm going to fade out of here. Shogun, Johnny, Grand Finals, NRG versus Omelette, the Redux X3. Take it away, Shogun.
Well, you'll be certainly excited, and you know what? I certainly cannot blame him. Johnny, we have got ourselves a Grand Finals that feels like it is just a ceremony to crown NRG, but I think for Omelette more than anything else, they'll want to prove that the last series that they had was just a fluke. That, yeah, 4-0 was a little bit too heavy. This is their chance to do it. Not often do you get a chance to have a result like that and then run it back later on in the day. They're going to have it here.
The only problem for Omelette is that they've played NRG twice now in this tournament, and both those series have been sweeps. 3-0 the first time, 4-0 this time. Not looking like a good matchup for them, but, you know, third time lucky. As they say, maybe this is the one that they're going to show up and do something. But, you know, like we were talking about it a bit earlier. It really is a monumental task to go up against a team that's already swept you twice in this tournament. And come up with a better result. Any game win here would be a better result. They can lose 4-1. That's an improvement. That's how devastating the other two series have been in NRG's favor. We will be starting off the Grand Finals momentarily, guys. Remember, Omelette just got done with a crazy seven-game series against Rogue in the previous round. So, of course, we wanted to give them a little bit of a break before hopping straight into the Grand Final, but they have just now joined the lobby for the ping check. And we should be getting started momentarily.
Yeah, Omelette just needed a second to recover and recuperate after what was an incredible result for them. I'm sure there are plenty of emotions for them heading into this one. Mostly probably shock and surprise, you know, as much as we've been talking about how, you know, we're shocked that they've managed to get to this point. I'm sure they're very much the same way. A lot of teams just trying to get into this tournament never have expected to make it all the way to the Grand Finals and to beat the who's who list that they have beaten. But let's get into this, shall we? In the world that Omelette do take down NRG, how does that look performance-wise from Omelette? What have they got to hit?
I think the only way that Omelette win this is if we accidentally start the game with some mutator settings and nobody notices. I don't know what that mutator setting would even be. Which one would give them the best chance against NRG, who also looked pretty good in the wheel and deal aspect of this tournament. So they're obviously pretty good at the mutators as well. But honestly, this is just such a massive underdog story. And they need to do it all over again and some. Needing a bracket reset to win the tournament. They need to beat NRG twice, 2 best-of-7s in a row. That would definitely be enough to silence anybody who's complaining about the fact that NRG have beaten Omelette twice and that they still have to beat them a third time. Well, Omelette have to beat them twice to win the tournament, and in 2 consecutive best-of-7s.
Yeah, they've even got to take the harder road of the much more difficult bracket, but the players are ready. The server is ready. Johnny, I hope to speak for both of us here when I say you and I are ready. So let's get into this very shortly. Everyone knows what we think here. We believe NRG should be able to take this, but Rocket League has never really dealt in logic and reasoning. Let's get ourselves into game number 1. It's Omelette versus NRG in hopefully the first of 2 best-of-7s if you're an Omelette fan.
Well, how many of you guys in chat believe in the Omelette team making this a real series for us? NRG are a pretty popular team, so I don't know if there are going to be that many fans for Omelette in this one. Already NRG look dangerous. That's just in from Squishy's clear. Omelette knew they couldn't do anything about it. They were just hoping the bar would save them. It's another nightmare start for Omelette.
That is not how you want to begin it. Handed straight over to Squishy, who we all know can hit him. Just launch into the back of the net for NRG. Perfect start for them. They've made to really work for their first goal. Squishy does have Garrett on the backboard to aim for. No transition. Luke couldn't find Justin. Omelette got into a little bit of a habit last series of trading bump attempts on the goalkeeper with Rogue. Might need something very similar here. Do not want to allow NRG to settle into the rotation because they will start to tear them apart for it. Now NRG looking very comfortable holding into that final third. Pops out, no one's going to go for it. Instead, just letting them jump around.
Oh, man.
And NRG dissecting the defense.
Yeah, really good pass here by Justin. Making sure to hit it as hard as possible because the more power he gives that ball, the easier it is for Garrett to get there first. 2-0 already. And it's the bold combination of NRG combining once again to destroy Omelette. And you can already see the fear in Omelette. Every time the ball goes high near their box and near their goal, they're all jumping and flipping all over the place as Garrett puts in another goal. Is this just going to be a forfeit right here? What is going on? Omelette are just getting annihilated again.
NRG are not even hitting top pace, and that seems to be what's putting Omelette off the most. They're just expecting them to be at every ball at the quickest possible opportunity. Almost like they are over-respecting NRG.
Oh, no.
On the other side, NRG, no respect for the way they're playing, but just them taking that step or two slower, allowing Omelette to make the mistake, just get a couple of jumps, a couple of movements that don't really need on the defensive side, and they've been able to just score open nets off that.
Yeah, first thing, just like in the Rogue series, Omelette have to calm down. They've been rushing in defense. That's more like it though. Good pressure in the blue goal as Lion Blaze sets up for this shot. Freshness traces Garrett into it, and that opens up the net. You know, the goal scoring wasn't really a problem earlier in the day against Rogue. That wasn't the issue. It's all about the defense for Omelette. They've got to solidify. They've got to stop leaking easy goals, and if they can do that, maybe they can think about winning this.
Well, they've at least got one on the board. Much quicker than they did against Rogue. This game already looking very tough for them. Freshness decides to clear. He's going to have no one really to work with. Instead, Luke's committed himself. That's even further away from the goal. They've done well to win this. Squishy, as always, waiting to see the move before he chases for it. That has been NRG's main strategy so far. Here is Justin. Looks for the double tap. And he's just far too smooth when he comes to do it. Good luck trying to defend this.
I mean, it's just crazy. At no point during this play did I feel like Justin could even miss this. He doesn't know how to miss that rebound. All he knows how to do is score that with devastating efficiency. Unbelievable once again by Justin. In the 1v2, he makes it look easy.
Against Rogue.
What?
Got a little fortune. Oh my goodness.
Holy cow.
How on earth has that happened? Well, Freshness is going to try and take this in. Squishy wins the challenge against two. He can't keep it out for the third. Lion Blaze has got two now.
Yeah, Squishy's definitely going to be pretty annoyed about that one as well. He's getting chased down and then loses a goal off of 50-50 as well. That might be the one weakness, the one, and only a small weakness, but the one weakness we saw in this tournament earlier on from NRG is that they are prone to leave themselves open to demos occasionally. So that is, you know, a great choice of strategy. And
oh my
goodness. Speaking of it, Freshness makes another drive-by and just smashes Justin at the back post.
Hold on, eh?
What is happening?
That is brutal. More importantly, a game that looked like it was just going to be a stroll in the park, now within one for Omelette.
They
have just, I would say dismantled, but it's closer to say they've demolished every single time they've seen that final player. Just wiping them off the field. Plays a double commit. This is going to be a tough spot for Lionblaze, but he's got away with it. Poor touch.
Yeah, Lionblaze is a player you'd want to have back there. Very good defense. Very good shadow defense in particular. That's his preferred style, so he's the one you need in defense in those positions, wasting time so your teammates can get back. Get dropped down by Squishy, brings Garrett into the play. Lionblaze with a nice little touch into the corner though. And now he's going to be joined by his team to try and get rid of this ball. It's going to be more defense first of all for the Omelette lads. If they want to get a win in this series, if they want to get a game win, they need to defend so well. They've not defended well this game, and they've still made it close. And they need one more. That's on target, almost. Oh, it is now! Freshness! What's up, Field? You're thinking, is he going to go for another demo? No, this time he plays the ball with goal of the game. Look at the redirect. In off the ball.
What is it? What is it about Champions Field that pulls out the best in freshness? Gorgeous shot, 4 each. And just like every other time we've casted Omelette so far, Johnny, we think they're out. And suddenly, right back in it. Justin over to the corner. Isn't going to have any passing options. Instead, Garrett G has to try and hook round. You can see Squishy jumps a lot earlier than he normally would for that one. Does not want to be on the ground just for a potential hit. Cleared by Garrett. Justin over on that left side is unchallenged and just too much sauce on the shot.
And I don't think Omelette were expecting Justin to get this one on target with so much power. Look at how high he had to get up for that. Saved his dodge the entire way. That is an unbelievable strike. It won't get anywhere near as much praise from most viewers as the double touches of this world. But that was easily as impressive.
Sort of shot that should be more on target than on target with power. And then the on target bit is more than difficult enough. It's going to be bounced out by Freshness. Doesn't have any passing options, instead has to go the lone way. For Luke, ends up missing. Can't afford that now. They've got a chance here in game one. But they do have to find themselves at least 2 more goals. Justin takes his time, looks for Garrett, cleared. Over to Lionblaze. They keep having this option downfield. That didn't have enough shot. That one did. Plenty of power from Luke. 10 goals in game one. And we need at least 1 more.
And Lionblaze just put Squishy in an awkward position there. That touch was very interesting. Just going straight at him. Sort of one of those body shots that he couldn't get rid of. And Luke manages to pick the perfect time of arrival to put in their 5th goal of the game. I do not believe it, but we have got a close one between these two. And it's Omelette who are pressing in the final 30 seconds.
Drops over to Lionblaze. Far corner! Squishy keeps it out. 30 seconds remaining, and now it is Garrett on the ball. Might have the reset. He's going to be nowhere near the ball, though, to actually play it. And Luke has got Freshness to aim for. He's got him! Into the goal! What a comeback! Omelette have the lead!
I cannot believe it. Freshness just straight over the top of Squishy and Justin. Miles too fast. 16 seconds remaining. They take the lead. I'm blinking here. I'm trying to wake up. Surely this can't be happening, Shogun. But I think it is. This is the last few seconds now for NRG. Are Omelette going to beat them for the first time in a game?
Is it going to be 7-1 between the two? Squishy on the top of his hood. Has got Garrett to aim for. Great play by Luke. Garrett wants to double tap. He will not find it. Justin's going to be tasked with keeping the ball alive. Squishy wants to try and guess where this is going. Well, guess what? It's on target. Off the crossbar, drops down. How on earth, Johnny, have Omelette won this?
Well, go tell your friends, go tell your family, go get everybody you know to tune in, because they just missed an unbelievable game one between a team who just keep on delivering ridiculous results in this week of the Summer Shuffle. Just a monstrous game there from Omelette. It started off with the demos, it started off with the physical plays, but it finished off in finesse and confidence. The speed of these guys when they're getting up to these aerial shots is every bit as impressive as NRG were earlier in the game.
And discussed this a few times with you about when these high pressure situations hit. It is always nice to have something to rely on, some sort of skill that you can keep going to and you can keep working on it. It'll provide results. You know, we discussed in the 1v1, Khaled with his bounce dribbles. Right now, what we are seeing from Omelette is just these demo attempts on the final player and leaving someone in the midfield to cause so much hassle should the pass come over to them. They have committed to those 2 plays, and they have got their first win against NRG for it. I would expect NRG to figure that out as the series goes along, but it's something that's at least got them a foothold here.
They just styled on them. The NRG were up 3 goals, and somehow they've kind of blown it because they were you know, just on easy street. They're having their way with Omelette's defense, and Omelette are kind of playing this crazy target man strategy where they always have somebody up front at all times, threatening demos, redirecting the ball. But it actually worked, and it's not something we ever see work in the highest level of competition. Full rotation is almost always the way that teams want to play. Maybe sneak in a few demos in here and there, or you know, offensive runs here and there. But this was just non-stop aggression from Freshness and Luke in particular, and I'm hoping that we see more of it because NRG were totally lost for how to deal with this. You think you got a chance to play the ball, you get demoed. You think you're getting demoed, you get beaten to the ball. It's a really difficult game to play.
Well, I mean, even linking it into the way we actually do see NRG play, which is they are happy to commit 2 players forward, especially when Justin is playing the ball. They like him to take the ball to the air and force those challenges, take out at least 1 player on the opposing side of the field. But if Omelette can escape cleanly, that leaves someone in the midfield for NRG who has to wait around. That is a target. And if they can be found, that is where Omelette are going to be picking up their goals. They are now 1 goal or 1 game up here in the series. They've got to beat NRG twice, but it is already started. 1 step taken. Only 7 more to go here as we get into game number 2.
Now, you know, we've been saying this all day. You know, I keep on repeating it because I'm worried that
they've demoed the keeper
we must
already.
have seen the. I keep thinking we must have seen the best from Omelette. We've got to just continue talking about how great of a week they've had up until this point, but it goes on. It's still going on, and somehow they're in this, looking like they've got a chance to win it against the best team in North America, at least the one that everybody's calling the best team in North America at the moment. Certainly on paper, they do look like it. How are NRG going to respond? They've got so much experience. They know how to adapt in a series of this caliber. But do they know how to adapt to Omelette? They're still a really new team for NRG to be going up against.
Justin tries to get it past, but you do make a great point there, Johnny. Especially RLCS teams prefer to scrim against RLCS teams. There'll be a huge lack of matchup experience, especially with Lionblaze on the roster, because Lionblaze isn't typically part of the roster. It's a very interesting outlook. Squishy's going to look to try and take a page out of Omelette's book. Decides to play in the midfield, and that is how it feels to have it done against them. Great play by NRG.
Yeah, the knock-on was perfect, and Freshness just got a bit ahead of himself there. That's what they were getting wrong at the start of the Rogue series, arriving on the scene a bit too early with their rotation back, and then realizing that they're further forward than they should be. There's plenty of time to remedy that, and look again, the demo runs are being made every single time that they can. They are running across that box. It's such a good strategy to be going for against NRG, because like I said, going into this series, it was the one chink in their armor that was noticed earlier on in the tournament.
Oh, Lionblaze looks to go solo.
Wow.
Squishy stops him. I haven't seen Lionblaze go for too many individual plays so far, but my goodness, is he capable. There's Luke over to the backboard, one-on-one against Justin. Maybe not a position he wants to find himself too often in the series. But he's going to keep going here. Garrett forced to challenge. Looks to pass it over to the left. Freshness realizing he's not going to get too much support. Just buys his team a bit of time, gets a player back into position. This is good pressure being put on so far by Omelette. Again, looking for the keeper. Too many of them, though. Jumped onto Freshness's camera. They've got 3 of them. Good luck demoing every single one of them.
NRG just looking for a more defensive approach here. They got a bit excited maybe in the last game with how many goals they scored early on. They thought, oh, this is just going to be easy. Let's just keep scoring. Let's put 10 past these boys. And before they knew it, they'd conceded 6. So This has been a more calculated effort from them. Great response to the 6-5 loss in game number 1. NRG, for now, are avoiding all those demos which were so clutch at the start of game 1.
Garrett forces a feint. This is such a tough position.
What?
It should go in, and Justin will do it. Decided to add extra manpower into it. Looked like a rugby scrum.
Garrett just super glued his card to the ball there. They couldn't get him off it. They're trying to knock the ball into the corner. Garrett just sat on it. He says, nah, actually the ball's going middle, if you don't mind. Wide open for his teammates. Great play.
What a response this has been from NRG. Have really quietened Omelet's offense down. Haven't really had the opportunity so far because a lot of Omelet's success has been with the numbers advantage. So far can't get it because NRG holding back, trying to stay behind the ball rather than in front of it. And this could be number 3. Squishy would have liked that to be on target.
Oh, it's a miss!
Looks to put it in 1! Oh, you cannot be making those sort of mistakes.
Garrett to the rescue as Justin whiffed his save. Now that's a decent pre-jump though. Oh, baby. Top corner. I think Justin was up in the air before this pass came in. You can already hear them flag. That's just unbelievable.
It felt good to be able to criticize Justin for what was that, 2 seconds. And then we can't anymore because we have to go straight back into singing his plaudits. What a goal by Justin. He's just got such a mind for this.
It's funny, between the first game and this one, Justin was asking, are we going to be playing the entire series on Champions Field? And the answer is yes, we are. And since this is the grand final, nice pinch shot by Lineblade. It's a bit high, but still a pretty threatening look there. Yeah, Justin wasn't too happy about the full Champions Field series. He somehow doesn't have good memories from this. I wonder why.
Nah, it's because Freshness has been performing on this map. Oh, good tap from Luke. 3-0 down though. You would be surprised to see NRG drop another one. Now they're up by 4. Justin has got himself a hat-trick. NRG, this is a champion's response.
Yeah, you just got to keep Justin in attack, honestly. Just whatever Omelette were doing in the last game, NRG, just take a look at that. Do it with Justin. Put him up front. Get him only going for demos and redirects because I think he's definitely better at the latter part of that than anyone else right now. He's just pre-jumped again.
Oh my
goodness.
goodness.
Another pre-jump goal by Justin. The passes are insane.
When are we going to give this guy a boss like life bar or something?
What?
How do you deal with this?
I feel like everybody who's watching this, you're just going to think, I wish Justin was on my team, man. You just fling the ball in his direction and he just scores. Unbelievable passing from NRG. Twice in one game. That's another pre-jump by Justin. Oh, he's put a third one in. I do not believe it.
5 shots, 5 goals, 5 stars.
Oh, I think he might
Justin
not pre-jump that
is
one. Oh.
outstanding.
I think he
My
was just,
goodness.
I think he was just really fast. I was kind of hoping that was a pre-jump, but looking back at it again, I think he jumped after the pass this time. We got a bit excited there, maybe.
I mean, why not? When you see someone performing at this level, you just have to enjoy it. And it has maybe not been the most exciting game in terms of competitiveness, but if you ever want a 5-minute game to send to people and say, this is why Justin is so special, show them this, and then inform them afterwards that you haven't even seen him when he has to place clutch.
You know, you're asking, or Jorby was asking before this game, how, you know, where the ceiling of Rocket League skill is. Are we anywhere near it? Yeah, I would say not even remotely. I think there's so much more that is going to come from this game in the future. Pre-jumps are going to be one of the main things that I'm looking at to really evolve into the next level of the 3v3 meta. I think we're only just getting started on what's possible with wave dashing and flip resets and mechanics that a lot of people thought were utterly useless when they were first discovered. This is only the beginning. And what a great showing there by Justin, reminding us all that there are levels to this game.
Well, maybe with a cooking technique just as questionable as the ones we see from James, but NRG have put Omelette on ice in game number 2. That was brutal. There's no other way to describe it. That was, give ball to Justin. Okay, you've scored. What a great win condition that must be to have.
Yeah, just lob the ball up into the middle. Justin's probably there. I'm just waiting for him to get a pre-jump double touch at this point. I think he's got it in him. I think we could see that this series of NRG keep popping off like this. Justin just scored 5 goals in this game. Just get him up front, get him pre-jumping, and give him the ball. This man is a maniac.
So, game number 3. And for Omelette, wow. I mean, you heard us after game 1 and how excited we were after how incredible that game was. But I think an important thing we have to notice here is that they have now conceded 11 goals across 10 minutes of gameplay.
Yeah, averaging 5.5 goals conceded. Not the best stat line, but I mean, there's obviously more to that than meets the eye with the first few minutes of game number 1 and the last few minutes of game number 2. Just being a sort of NRG that, even knowing how good they are and seeing how good they are this weekend, is still just shocking to see.
So, game number 3 underway. Omelette would like this to be a slightly more competitive affair. Justin, on the other hand, would like to just see another game. For him, this is just another Sunday. Over to the far corner, Squishy, over to the ceiling. Gonna try and take on Lionblaze, who does outpace him for the ball. For a positive start here for Omelette, especially after being battered in game 2. Luke decides to take his time, takes the shot. Double commit, actually, from NRG. Will require Garrett to hop in. And that very much has been Garrett's role in the last 2 games. He sees the mistakes, he cleans them up.
Yeah, Garrett and Squishy right now just got to be thinking, let's keep it clean in defense. Let's just mop up all this mess, all these eggs that are causing us problems every now and then. But watch out for the demos. Pretty much it. Just if you're Garrett and Squishy, just look out for demos and clear your lines. And there's one of them. Freshness in the Batmobile. Open to scoring in game 3. What a laser.
Well, he opened up the scoring with this. And there is no chance if you're a defender. Freshness keeps his hot streak going. More importantly, he has got Omelette in the lead in a game that we definitely do a taking. It'll put them halfway there in terms of the bracket reset. It's important to note as well, like, no matter how one-sided that last game was, it was only worth 1. We are still all tied up. Lionblaze, he's got plenty of passing options over on his left. Chose to go for net. Maybe hoping for a demo. Didn't come through, though.
NRG have got to be so careful. You know, we didn't get to see a lot of Omelette offense in the last game, but there is plenty of it. Oh, Garrett almost gets a rebound on target while recovering there. That would have been exquisite. Instead, there's another few seconds going by where Omelette have and hold on to this goal lead.
That'll be for too much longer, though, if they can't get rid of it. Luke will see to that task as he chases down Garrett G. They never just retreat back, do they, Johnny? They're just constantly happy to leave that person to spend 40 or so boost, try and take another player out. Now we're looking for that second goal up. Justin will recover after being attempted to be bumped. Tough position now, actually. Garrett chooses to go first-time shot. Almost caught Freshness out, but Freshness, again, having a good game for himself, but he's collided into his own teammate, and now Justin takes to the air. Damn it all, that's so much power. And if there was anyone around for NRG, that could have been 1 each.
Yeah, just when you think Justin's ran out of boost, just when you think he's done, trying to outplay you, flings it over you with an effortless flick. Nice offload to Garrett. He's going to go backboard to no one. Time is running out for NRG. You know, they're scoring 5.5 goals per game up until now in this series. Now they can't score at all. At what point do you just tell Justin, right, just go ahead, pre-jump, let's see what happens? I mean, it seems to work in the last game.
It's amazing that I can hear that from you and just say, hey, that's actually a legitimate strategy, when
yeah, seems good.
Not too far long ago, they're just saying, that's ridiculous, you're just trying to troll with that. But for them, really could be the way to go. Squishy launches, looking for the mistakes, trying to pry upon some possible nerves for Omelette. That's going to be now uncontested. Garrett off the backboard. Huge demo on the goalkeeper. Lionblaze can't afford to lose the challenge. And he ended up doing so. Squishy just too strong.
That's some revenge for earlier in the series. Squishy was on the receiving end of a bad 50-50. Now he gets one, walks it into the open net. You know, honestly, this is kind of the game that Omelette needed. They need to prove that they could be competitive without scoring a whole pile of insane goals. If they can hold NRG's offense at bay, and that does bode well for them. There's so many threats for NRG, and it's really difficult to keep them scoreless for as long as Omelette did. That's actually wide open, and Garrett put it into the bar. Justin with a follow-up. He's put it into the post. This is careless now for Omelette. They're leaving openings for NRG to work with. Now here comes Squishy. He wants the irritable bump by looks of things. Squishy to Justin. Freshness comes in and clears it at least halfway. NRG are all here, and they're all circling looking for the next goal.
Luke will finally give his team a bit of breathing room, but NRG are back to doing what they were doing in game one. Slowing the pace down and letting Omelette jump, letting them outplay themselves. Omelette have got to keep this calm now. They are still in this game. It's still one each. I've got a chance, actually. Instead, breakaway. Lion Blaze by himself again, and he's got Squishy set up. In comes Garrett. What a shot!
That's a bit careless by Lion Blaze, but great job by Squishy to capitalize on Lion Blaze's hesitation. And Garrett was right there with him in the pocket. Puts it between all three goalkeepers. Lion Blaze will definitely be kicking himself. He could have played that ball into the corner. Tried to predict Squishy rotating away from it. He got it wrong.
Omelette drop their lead, and now they might be dropping the game. Unless they can find something. 20 seconds on the clock. Not too many options. Luke has to go early. He's managed to beat Garrett to the ball. Look for a mistake from Squishy. Those will not happen all too often, but it bounces out to Lion Blaze. How quickly does he want to take it? Ends up taking it very slow. Over to Luke, who just about missed it. Oh, scary moment for NRG, and they are not out of the woodwork just yet. Looking for the pass. Over to Lion Blaze. Decides to pop it up again. Everyone ends up going. 4 players commit. Luke just straight over to Garrett, who will see the ball to the floor. NRG have got themselves 2-1 up.
That's a pretty hilarious way for this one to end, as we see the Platinum Lobby impression. Everybody up in the air at the same time for the same ball. But it works out, and this is a game that tells us a lot about this series, because we just saw Omelette keep it close without really having to pop off and without having to play an insane game. But also, NRG get a win without Justin scoring at all. It was Squishy with a 50-50 goal, and then Garrett with a nice finish straight down the middle. They got them this one. So they've obviously got more than just Justin in their offense.
Now, one thing I do want to bring up to you as we try and get ourselves another server going as well, is that immediately after the game, again, Freshness ended up leaving. Now, the last time he did it, he went to go and collect another car. I think he just went to go and do it another time.
Yeah.
We haven't seen him do that throughout this tournament, to my recollection. Does that show to you that maybe there's something a little bit different mentally for him in this grand finals?
Well, usually a car change lends itself to, well, in 3v3, it lends itself to mechanics. If you feel like you're playing sluggish, slow, if you're playing inefficient with your boosts and your landings and your recoveries, and sometimes a car change is all you need to just get a hard reset and go back to your autopilot for the basic mechanical movements that you need to be making constantly at the highest level of play. But there's the chance that he's making a strategical car change as well. The Batmobile has been talked about as a more defensive car, a harder car to read. So if you think you're going to be in defense for large parts of the game, then the Batmobile can be a good choice. To make it harder for your opponents to follow up on the saves that you're making. Really just can't tell where the ball is going to go. But I would imagine it's just mechanical. I think he's trying to up the pace. He's trying to keep up with Justin and with NRG.
So, be able to get ourselves into this in just a moment. NRG forced to fight for game number 3, and as you mentioned previously, that was a much better performance, I feel, from Omelette, because it feels like a sort of game, especially game 1, that they did end up winning, but that felt very much like a sort of game that you only see once every month, let alone 4 times across one single series. That last one that we saw feels like the sort of game that not only can they win, but they can replicate that sort of one. They didn't end up taking it there. But if we see more of that moving forward, you'd get more confident about them taking wins than you would with just an all-out shootout.
Yeah, Omelette are defending a lot more effectively now. I think they've just calmed down. They're trying to take their time with their clear balls. They don't want to get caught out of position, you know, double, triple committing and rushing clears, rushing back into bad positions. It's making NRG work for this, and we know some of us, myself included, thought NRG might just run away with this grand final like they did in the winners final, but they've really had to grind out these wins. You know, second game was a blowout, but the first game and the third game of the series were both extremely close. So this is still to be decided, to be confirmed, what kind of series we're going to get. We're just getting started here. Still time to see another turn.
Oh,
in the
hello.
tide.
All right, so I was talking to you about cars.
Oh, wow.
Do you mind checking
okay.
out freshness real quick?
Oh, and Luke as well. Okay. That is not what I
Okay.
expected. We have got a couple of marks. We've got a hard hat. We've got a clown hat and a rainbow boost as well. Well, if you're trying to distract NRG, if you're trying to take their eyes off the ball, that is one way to do it. You can't deny.
Certainly not. That's the first time I've seen two Mercs in a major grand finals.
I love Lion Blaze just still in the Octane. He's like, okay, yeah, you guys can bring the marks, but I'm an Octane player. I've never played another car, so I kind of want to win this. I wouldn't say they're throwing. I think they're probably just trying to throw in something that will break NRG mentally, because if Omelette can get a win in a couple of marks with hats on, then that's, even a team like NRG with all the experience in the world, they're bound to start thinking about something outside of what they're doing.
Look, I'm sure Lion Blaze heard the shout of, oh, we're going to change different cars. And he thought, oh, okay, Fennec.
Yeah.
But that's Lion Blaze's version of a crazy car change.
Oh, hang on.
As the ball is launched long, and this might actually go straight in off Luke. And it is going to be the power of the Merc.
Just look at the weight of this thing as it comes crashing through. Really no chance there to stop it, as I think we had multiple goalkeepers. Did I see Jarvie celebrating there? Oh, that's hilarious. Jarvie just really enjoyed that goal by looks of things. We're just going to have a quick pause here as we've lost audio, but we'll be back into this fourth game in a moment. I just going to talk a bit more about that. Jarvie is supposed to remain impartial. He's supposed to be unbiased
He's
here.
our host.
Just because you're off
We've
camera
had so
doesn't...
many. Nah, you leave him alone, all right? We have had so many hosts, Johnny, that will just sit on the fence. This is what I want to see from our host. All in, all out bias.
Oh, I think he's happy about that one.
Got to figure out. I think it was mostly bias for the car more than anything else.
I think so. And, you know, bias for a close series, really. Is,
Yes, absolutely. So I think we are good to go in yet again. Justin just had a quick audio issue that we had to sort out, but I think it was just closer to a ruptured eardrum after having the Merc come crashing into him.
Yeah, it's not something
Here we go.
to...
That's certainly the start for Omelette.
Yeah, it's not what you want to see if you're on the NRG side of things. If you're an NRG fan, nice pass by Garrett, but it's saved well. And now here come the Mercs. Look out! I see one coming down the line. There's another one. Oh my goodness! You gotta look out for the blind
for
spots.
stealthier colors.
I know. Even though the size of these things is about the same as a medium-sized house, they sneak up on you.
Yeah. I feel like we could play like a smaller game of Rocket League on the back of one of these things. Little mini Rocket League. Squishy looks for Justin off the backboard. Squishy does end up bumping Freshness. And that is a great goal by NRG. And the Merc just got bounced.
Unbelievable. Garrett had to get that one past a Merc on the goal line, but he somehow managed to do so. Great bump there. So everybody's having to combine their efforts to stop the Mercs. To get the ball past them is definitely just an effort in and of itself. Another good chance here. Garrett ran out of boost, couldn't reach it. I actually like now that I've seen the Mercs in action, I think this is a great idea. These guys have clearly had this one hiding up their sleeve to bring it out in a key moment.
Squishy is going to find one demo. Justin realizes he's got time, and, well, that sentence alone should terrify you. Good bump on him halfway through the air. He's already got his team in fantastic position to work with. Half the game gone. It's over to Justin, and he's got another. Justin just cannot stop scoring.
Yeah, Omelette just couldn't get enough marks between the ball and the goal here. They're both off to the side, and unfortunately Lionblaze is in an Octane, so it's just not big enough. He couldn't make himself big enough to save the shot. Great passing though by NRG. They're unfazed in the face of huge threats coming at them from all angles.
Justin looks to try and get his second off the crossbar. Follow up from Garrett. Quick as you like.
Great play by Garrett. He has been so quick to follow up on several plays today. That's a really good read, actually. Saw exactly where that bounce was headed well before anyone else. And there's now work to be done. And you can't leave a lobby midway through a game and make a card change. They're all in. They're marks for game 4. And they make it work.
But Grog will have to wait for the next game. Merc is what they are stuck with now. Freshness off the backboard. Not too much power, but he might just drop it. Squishy was forced to wait. We've already seen Squishy score once off a long clear. Almost got himself a second. 2 goals to the better right now for NRG. And as fun as this game has been, a goal like this could very well put them on match point.
Yeah, and 2 of them with a whole series in the bag as well. Hugely advantageous position for NRG, but Justin's just missed the ball there. Freshness puts in another goal, and he drops a no problem as well, just to send NRG a message. You better be careful, boys. You might be a goal ahead, but they've still got a couple marks. You never know what's going to happen next when that's on the screen. Man, Jorby's loving every single mark goal. He's just loving it.
Oh, good challenge though, Lionblaze. Solo Octane. Over to Justin. Justin wants to try and right the wrong. He made one mistake earlier. We already saw last time he made a mistake. It only took 2 seconds for him to respond with an outstanding play. Off the backboard, Lionblaze might look to try and equal it up. It's not a great first shot. Follow-up is in! Luke put it into an NRG player. 3 each.
I think Jorby's just left the building. He's gone for a lap around the block after that equaliser. And look at that from Luke. Not just scoring, he's forced an own goal.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you plan on playing ranks for the next few days, I might say that you might want to rethink it. There are about to be mercs galore, and it is all thanks to Omelette and this performance.
Oh man, can they put in another one? I don't think I'm ready for it. Squishy's going to try and put an end to this one. Well, he's shaking. Flies past the ball. Nice adaptation though, going for the bump. Justin with a follow-up. Off the post though. There's no denying Justin isn't playing in his flow state right now. How many times have we seen him miss the ball twice in one game? I don't remember that happening for, I don't think ever actually, since Justin came onto the scene. This double mark lineup of Omelette has taken his eye off the ball. He did not
want to roll one.
No, he doesn't want to roll one in this matchup. They're thinking, we can't lose to a couple of marks, boys. We can't let it happen. Not like this.
Good position though to work with. Freshness jumps on through. Does give it over to Luke, who can't beat Garrett to the ball. Lionblaze seems to be almost the dedicated man on the final third. He's got past Justin. Have a launching clear. Freshness powers. Over to Luke. Again, too slow. Squishy and the rest of NRG. Just that step ahead as we enter our final 30 seconds. And maybe with Squishy still downfield, they might make something of this one. He didn't know where it was. Freshness caught on the blind side. Lionblaze's touch has got to be good. He keeps it nice and close to the wall. Makes life much more difficult for Garrett. But NRG just takes one mistake for them to try and take it into the midfield. And Justin, again, a bit of a misstep. He's now put his team on the defensive. Over to the wall. Luke, not going to be able to play it afterwards. And I think Omelette would like to see this hit the floor now because Justin's coming in! And it's off the backboard, hits the floor. Justin, unable to convert.
Yeah, Justin's not hitting his shots this game. He is absolutely shaken. And now here comes Lionblaze. Great 50-50 by Justin though, mid-air. Luke and Freshness combine to start the next attack, but that's way off target. Justin sends it long straight down the middle. Great ceiling read by Luke. Going even with the NRG in this back and forth, but now that's a breakthrough. Good clear by Freshness in the back wall.
Oh, great challenge as well from Freshness. Garrett's the only one back. Freshness tried to actually get around the ball to hit him. Quite do so. It will just take one massive hit, and it is it, that one! Luke off the backboard. They
Surely.
cannot stop this. It's Justin makes up for all the previous misses. NRG are on tournament point.
I feel like I've seen this before somewhere. Justin flying in from the halfway line for a free aerial. That one ending up in the goal, unlike the one on 0 seconds. It will make him feel a lot better about his inaccuracy, which was clearly plaguing him in this game. And I put that entirely down to these card choices, really, because clearly NRG were afraid to lose this game. They really didn't want to lose to the Merc edition of Omelette, and I don't blame them. They would have definitely got memed on, so they've avoided that. But with how successful of an attempt it was by Luke and Freshest, I wouldn't be surprised to see it again in Game 5.
Well, I didn't see anyone jump out here, so wouldn't be surprised if it continues here. As I'm going to do a quick hop around. We've already got Lion Blaze in. Here is Luke. Yep, he's sticking with it. Freshness is on it. And Lion Blaze is sticking with his Octane.
Boo, no marks from NRG. Boo.
I think they just want their second tournament win since securing this roster. A first, and a second. What a result that would be for them, though. Just having put this together, with everyone else trying to scramble to find their footing, they have just started running from the first moment they've been put together.
I really thought Squishy was going to bring in a mark there, though. I'm not going to lie. I thought he was going to try and counter them with a mark pick. Maybe his ridiculous team save yesterday has got him second guessing any decisions like that may happen in the future. This is it now, guys. If NRG win one more game, they take the tournament, but it's another great start. What finesse by Luke. He's using the mammoth of a vehicle to apply the touch. It looks like a mouse took the shot. Brilliant stuff from Omelette.
Garrett, only a little bit behind him, almost wiped him out from the play before he even had a chance to get to it. 1-0, Omelette still very much in this series. Do not want to be dropping their 11th game to NRG. The one that would hand NRG the tournament. Freshness decides to challenge Squishy. Garrett into Lion Blaze. Lion Blaze actually might have a few options. Luke's going to be coming in from the same side. That's going to make the shot more difficult. And, well, shot and difficult isn't anything that Justin's ever heard of.
Yeah, he picked up his shooting boots in time for overtime last game, and then kept them on for Game 5, it would seem. Nice finish there by Justin. It was a beautiful 50-50 as well. Some of his challenges have been on point, not just in this game, but at the end of the last one as well.
Justin, maybe even underrated in terms of how good his challenge game actually is. Because it's very difficult to stop rating him everywhere else. Freshness doesn't have a passing option. Lion Blaze is already on his way back, and his other teammate look for Demo. Squishy with a shot. Oh, hit it way too clean. And that could have been the lead for NRG. Squishy just hit it with too much power.
Yeah, what a goal it would have been. And Squishy would have betted on himself to score that one, I'm sure. Good speed by Garrett down the line. Luke comes crashing into him, brings him to a halt. Good defense at the near post. Squishy's got some space here. Surely he's going to go for the reset. No, it's the backboard. And the rebound, this time with a triple touch. Squishy over the top of everyone. Makes up for his previous crossbar shot.
Well, he just squeezed it against that backboard and dared the ball to go anywhere else but in. That is now the lead that they were after. NRG 3 minutes and 18 seconds away from another tournament win.
That was just a beautiful shot there by Squishy. And this is why NRG are always going to be so dangerous. They can make mistakes, they can miss their shots, but you can always bet on them to show up the next time. We saw that from Justin in overtime in the last game. We see it from Squishy right there. They know how to immediately just reset their mental game, even after missing a shot that they would be expected to score.
Garrett has got some support. Justin, though, I prefer to see that one just drop straight down in front of the net rather than have to go chase. He's got a bit of time, and he's not got much of a car left, though. Would have needed that one if he was to try and create some chance for his team to get out of this side of the field. Instead, Lion Blaze now over to the midfield.
Looks clear in the way, though. He's ahead of them in the hugest car you've ever seen. Oh, you can't stop him. Zero
He's
boost
in one
mark.
into the other.
He just didn't stop chasing them, and he's clattered everybody out of the way. Oh my goodness, that's the best bump goal I've ever seen.
Well, Big Cars required a bit of Rocket League cosplay. And he was very much staying in character.
Oh man, on the
what
replay.
What a goal.
That's the funniest goal. You just see NRG running for their lives. That's the Marcus coming at them. That's an open net though. Oh, Justin's at the post. Surely. Squishy puts it in. What is going on with Justin? These Mercs have got him misfiring. Like he double jumped by accident here. That's crazy.
Squishy has been very much the stoic need for NRG in this game. Yes, the Mercs have put his team off just a little bit, but he has played incredibly well here. Stepping up where Justin has slightly faltered, and it is only Sly off the backboard, looks to try and make a 2-goal lead. Justin's shot is good.
And once again, you know, he misses one, bangs in the next, and there's the okay from Justin. He's obviously not too happy. He must be a little bit tilted about his performance so far, because he expects nothing but the best from himself. If he hits crossbar once in free play, he changes his name to, you know, Justin Not Incredible or something for the next week. But you know, that's one of the reasons why he's one of the best, if not the best player in the world after seeing his performance this week. That's open again, and Justin takes his time with it, and it's 5-2. It's getting away from them. Another okay from Justin. The BM's coming in.
He knows he is on the verge of taking this one. He is definitely as surprised as anyone with the performance that we have got from Omelette. 3 goals to the better now. We have already seen NRG drop one of these. It would be a huge shock to see them drop yet another as they look to try and get number 4. Garrett over on the wall looks to try and give them exactly that. Lionblaze is forced to leave. It is business time now for Omelette. They cannot let too much time go without getting themselves a goal. Drops down, good pass through the middle, nobody around though to finish it.
You know, Lionblaze has played a great anchor role today, sweeping up a lot of solo defensive plays. Really has been one of the best that I've seen play that role, especially with his shadow defense. He just stalls so well for looking freshness. So go up and just do whatever they want to do up front, but it hasn't been enough. NRG looking unbelievable, and no one in this tournament has been close to the level that they've reached.
And they're a team that are just going to keep getting better. That could have been the tournament winning goal if they even need another one. Luke off the wall, and Justin doesn't even allow the backboard to be hit. Far too quick, far too clean. That's been the storyline for every single team that has taken this new look NRG on. With only one tournament lost to their name, my goodness, they are going to be terrifying as we head into the rest of 2020.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested to see them play against Envy again, though. I wonder if there is a bit of a mental block there with Garrett and Justin. They couldn't win a World Championship without Turbo, and if they're going to want to do it again, they'll have to do it without Turbo. Squishy just checking to see if the crossbar is still there. Doesn't matter at this point, though. Apart from one more bump goal, or bump goal attempt, there's no more to be said here. NRG, champions of the Summer Shuffle. It was a great run, though, by Omelette. I think they didn't take a tournament, but they've taken everybody's hearts and really shown us some great games along the way.
I think that we know one person whose heart they definitely stole, who we'll be able to speak to in just a moment. But yes, for NRG, this felt like a series that it was just a matter of time for them winning. It was a chaotic start to it, but they end up taking it, and they take it clean, ended up winning 4-1 against Omelette. They only lost a chaotic and must-see Game 1.
Oh, absolutely. You have to go back and watch that Game 1 if you missed it. One of the best of the entire tournament. And honestly, this entire series was just banger after banger in terms of games. So great stuff from both teams. And like we keep saying, Omelette finishing off well, actually, because they got swept clean the first 2 times they played NRG. This time they took a game. They were competitive in other games, and they even brought out the Mercs for games 4 and 5 and had some fun with it.
So, to interview the winning team's coach, Jorby, we're going to hand it over to you, buddy.
Thank you, Shogun. Thank you, Johnny. You guys are going to
Hello.
stay here with me.
Yeah, I'm stuck with you.
You can't get away, Shogun.
you ain't going
It was so
anywhere.
clean.
I'm always with you, Shogun, and now you really know that. And I didn't know it until it happened, but here we are. I was just so excited that the Merc, like, it wasn't just the first Merc goal wasn't just a goal. It was, no, he bodied his way into the net, and I just thought that was so fitting for the car that he was in.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
But and I gotta say, my final word on that, that game one. It started out and about as we expected. It looked really poor for Omelet, but then when they started to fight back, like that game one had enough in it for an entire series roller coaster. And I was really proud. I was really happy with how Omelet performed later in that series too. I will let everybody know they only caught my reactions on Omelet goals, but I was getting pumped for NRG too.
I don't know.
love NRG.
I think we saw some reactions to NRG goals as well. That didn't see much animation. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I
Jordan
was
coming
like,
out with
the
the
one
back
they
down.
put up when Justin just keeps scoring. I'm like, what do you do against him? What do you do? But yeah, I think that I don't know if Sizz has a camera or not. I couldn't remember what production told me, but we will move to the interview with the one and only coach of NRG, Sizz. Sizz, you on the line? Can you hear me?
Man.
I'm great, man, and so is your team. I have to ask you, what's it like as a coach to try and find ways for Justin to improve?
Yeah, I mean, kind of like throughout that series, like we were talking about, like literally we would all just react to Justin's goals because like it was insane how well he played today. And like what a lot of people don't even know is before today even started, Justin was literally like vomiting in the morning, like he was really sick, and he just came in today. He was like the best he's played in like the past couple tournaments, and it was actually mind blowing.
Wasn't Justin sick at a LAN, and then everyone was really worried about him, and then he popped off? I'm pretty sure I've heard this
I
story
think that was
before.
Squishy. I don't remember.
Oh,
I don't
okay,
think
yeah.
Justin was a sick one. That happened with
Well-
Squishy, I think like season 7 or 8.
Okay. Either way, obviously, Sizz, I know you think you guys are the best team in North America. I think that's a stupid question, so I'm not going to ask you that. Instead, I'm going to ask you this. Who internationally, now that you guys have won, 3 tournaments in a row with this roster? Now you just start looking internationally. Who are you most excited to face eventually when we get to that point?
Oh man, this is a good one. I don't know. I'd probably just say like, I mean, I think the new Dignitas roster could be pretty cool to see with Joria's. I think, of course, K-Dop's team's always like goated, so they're kind of always going to be an issue. But I think like those are probably going to be our biggest threats when we go international. In NA, I still think like I feel like SSG's like low key in a slump right now, but I still think they're like second in NA at the moment, and they'll probably
Okay.
pick it up like towards the beginning of LCS, like once like everything gets a little bit more serious.
Yeah, all right. You heard it from Sizz, SSG. They might be on the comeback. But last question for you, Sizz, before I let you go. After winning Season 8, what is the team vibe like now after adding Squishy? Tell me what the environment and the comms are like during tournaments. Is it different than previous iterations, or just what is the general vibe like?
I think we're just faster at like everything we do like in game, because I mean, first off, like all the players' mechanics are really similar, so they all kind of know what they're doing in advance, and usually we're just calming things like we're calming for each other. We're not necessarily just saying I got it and any of that. Like if you actually listen to our comms, it's always just talking stuff in advance, because like there's not really like a point to tell each other I got it. It's just like a wasted comm. So if the players already know each other and they know how each other play, and they know they all have like really top tier mechanics, then it just makes it so much easier to play.
Well, Sizz, I'm certainly impressed by you guys. I can't wait to watch even more of you. It's so fun to watch you guys play, and excited to see more, Sizz. I'll see you later, man.
Yeah,
Thanks
I'll
for coming on for the interview.
I'll see you later, man. Good to see you, Jorby.
Good to talk to you, Sizz. That was Sizz Confetti, the trophy. Congratulations. Sizz, if you're watching that stream, he's gone. He's left. And we all celebrate. I celebrate. Great job, NRG. And great job to Omelet. we expected absolutely nothing, and we were still giving them all the praise in the world. They still gave us a banger series. More confetti for that. Why not? If you have confetti at home, throw it in the air. If you don't have confetti, rip up the paper around you, throw it in the air.
Find some paper, tear it up, throw it in the air. There you go.
Look, you see this?
You got confetti.
That's what I need for the next or the next online Rocket League event. I need some confetti so that I can simulate the trophy ceremony at home. That's really inspired me.
That's a good way to practice.
One way to improve the next one for yourself, and ladies and gentlemen.
Oh man! All right, so we're gonna do final words. Everyone watching at home, you guys are marathoners. Wheel and Deal Animate event. You watch 2 events in one stream. Shogun, then Johnny. Final words, and I'll close us out.
So I'm just watching this roast. Somehow, does that trophy move by any chance?
You can move it, yeah.
Or is that
animated?
Yeah, no, does that can that be moved around? Can we? Yeah,
Yeah.
Johnny, there you go. Oh,
Yeah,
there we
there
are.
you go.
Where is this? Ah, mine.
Beautiful.
This right here. That's
Where do I
that's for
grab
you,
it? Hang
NRG.
on.
You did us
Hold
proud today, lads.
First ever
Right.
trophy.
What do you mean?
I can't grab it.
Where is it? I have the thing.
Oh, that's incredible.
Now, what an event! Seriously, it's been a blast. Hopefully, you guys watching have enjoyed it as much as we have,
Fuming.
bringing you the action. But massive shout out to BTS for running the Summer Shuffle and continuing what has been just an unbelievable month, unbelievable off season of events for Rocket League, and as well shout out to Monster for making it possible.
Absolutely, guys. This has been the Summer Shuffle. It's the conclusion. Beyond the Summit put it on. Monster Energy sponsored the event. Thank you guys for watching all week. Until next time, we'll see you later.